Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, and welcome to Andrew J. Brown Academy's 8th grade graduation. That's good. Awesome. At this time, I'm going to ask that everyone would stand to your feet as we welcome our 2018 graduates and our staff. Let's give them a round of applause once again. At this time, I'm going to ask that Mr. Alex Lewis come to the podium to do the national anthem. I'm going to ask that everyone would please stand. The green.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? home of the brave.
Awesome job, Mr. Lewis. At this time, we're going to have welcoming remarks by our own Principal James Hill.
You notice the graduates didn't even wait to ask to be seated. They just knew, hey, I'm done. I'm going to sit down right now. But it's a very special night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's an honor to be here as the principal of Andrew J. Brown Academy now for the 4th year. It's pretty special just to see the progress of the school in 4 years and the growth. I was looking for the right words for a very special group because it's really special. And these are the words I came up with. And parents, I really want you to pay close attention to the words I'm about to say. It is harder to build than to destroy. To build is to engage and change. Parents, I commend you for building up these wonderful scholars into young men and young ladies. I thank you so much. We thank you as a team at AJB for taking the time to not destroy their dreams. You see, ladies and gentlemen, in the world right now, the most precious thing that we have, the most enduring thing that we can give to our kids, especially to the kids in the inner city that go through so much, is hope. It's like someone just dialed somebody up and woke up Jim Crow the other day with everything that's going on in this country. And without your guidance, parents, guardians, grandpas, aunts, and uncles, a lot of this hope would not be possible today to see these graduates of 2018. So graduates, I want you to do me the favor of doing what you should do and showing your parents some love by giving them a hand. When I'm around a microphone, I'm never shy to talk. My staff will attest to that. But the work, can I witness? All right. But let me tell you something, the words that I try to spew have a lot of meaning and a lot of merit, because every year things seem to get better and better. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your most sacred gift, and that's your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition, because it's your heart and intuition that already knows what you want to do. Everything else you do is secondary. I'm gonna repeat that, graduates. Your heart and intuition. That's the part that your parents have helped build and distilled in you what you need to follow, that intuition, that heart, that hope, that promise, that you will make a better tomorrow and put the rest, all the hate and bigotry and the things that we see today that is happening in our society. I challenge the graduates of 2018, even though it may seem like you're only in 8th grade, I've witnessed across the country the power of what it means to have high school kids rally together to try to make change in this country, because it's not coming from the grown-ups, it's coming from you. You have the power to make a difference. So much hope, so much optimism. Without your hope, without your optimism, tomorrow doesn't seem as bright. But I can tell you this in closing. The teachers, your parents, everyone in this room knows because of you, if you make the decision to follow your inner voice, that gut instinct to know that you can make a difference, Just block out all the noise that people that say to you, you can't do it. I remember when I first got down here and they said that AJB will never change. It'll always be an F school. You are a reason why we're not anymore. And it still isn't perfect to a lot of people. But you know what? It's perfect to me because we're going to block out the noise. You're going to block out the noise. You're going to go on to high school. You're going to get a college education. You're going to be everything you want to be. Why? Because you're our future. With that being said, congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Principal Hill. At this time, I'm going to call our student speaker, our valedictorian, Alan Medina.
Here at AJB, it was quite the experience from the teachers all the way to the students. I would say that it was a great experience. It may not have been great every day, but together as students and teachers, when we were feeling down or tired about all our problems, we would forget about all that and celebrate all the great time we had with each other. This year was definitely my best year here. I may not have been the best, but we were all never the worst. What's important is that we're all here now. Wherever the next couple years may take us, I hope for the best for all of you. We live in a rough society where every day you hear about rough topics like suicide, human trafficking, and school shootings. And just the other day, another one happened right in Noblesville. Hard to believe that something like that is so close to home, but this ain't no fantasy world, and from time to time, you will have stuff to deal with, but you can make it. We have all been through problems personally or with other students, but forget about the past and think about the present and the future. At times, you may feel defeated and unwanted and feel out of place, but you can make it. You all can. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish you the best.
Awesome job, Mr. Medina. At this time, we're going to have a video presentation. we agree those are some awesome memories caught on tape, right? Awesome. At this time, I'm going to call for some of our staff members so that we can present some awards. ELL Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Most Improved, Moral Focus, and NWEA. Staff, if you'll come at this time. Following our presentation, we will have a solo by Ambria Robertson.
Good evening. We're going to start off with the Historian Award. The two top historians in my class, I awarded them not just based off of this year, but also based off of last year, with how they asked questions, the way that they inquired, not just about history, but about the modern world and what they can do to change it. And as Principal Hill said, they are our future. And so I really look forward to seeing what these girls can do in the future. And the awards go to Daisha Lasley and Ambria Robinson. I also have the honor of presenting the Outstanding Scientist Award for Science class. I know that they've been working really hard on a lot of different science experiments this year and in their class. And so the Outstanding Scientist Awards go to Dylan Swedish and Daisha Lasley.
Good evening. I'm doing the English Awards, my journalist awards for two of my scholars who are amazing writers. So I know when they get to college, they will be writing amazing papers because they write amazing now. And I'm like, whew, I can already see them doing extremely well. So my first journalist award, it goes to, Medina made this real, Talia Parker. And my second one goes to Ariana Easler.
I'm going to be presenting the Tooth Math Awards for tonight. I like all my kids a lot, so what I did for these is based it just purely on their grades throughout the year, because otherwise I couldn't choose. So my first person I have, his friends spent pretty much the whole year trying to convince me that he's not sweet and a great person, but I still don't believe him. So he's sweet and super smart, and it's Alan Medina. The next person that I have, she is not only super smart at math, but she got, you know, the best grade all year long, all the while I was teaching, like solving Rubik's Cubes like over and over again. It was pretty intimidating. I don't even touch them, but I think everybody knows who it is, Sydney Bassett.
Good evening. I based my ELL awards on effort, and people who take their learning above and beyond. This first individual, I didn't get to work with him for the whole year, but when I started working with him, I was really impressed with his effort. I remember picking him up for a group, and he had a book in his hand, and I thought we were going to read chapter 2. He says, "No, I'm on chapter 5. I read 3 chapters this weekend." And that really blew me away, and he advocates for himself, and he takes his learning outside of school. So this award goes to Brian Cabrera. My second award goes to another young scholar who works very hard. They're constantly coming and asking the EL staff for help. They're taking index cards, they're taking workbooks home, they're taking resources home. The best thing you can hope for in a student is someone who advocates for their own learning, and this young lady is a very strong self-advocate. This award for effort and excelling in the EL program goes to Natalie Zambrano.
So the next awards that we have are the Lifetime Achievement Awards. So these awards are for people who have been at AJB the whole time, so since the very beginning. The first person we have is Shalea. Our next one is for Aurelia. Waynisha. Kofi. Martine. Deshaun. And Andrea.
All right, our most improved scholar, when he first got to us, we were all trying to, get him to better himself, and he really stepped up and came to the plate and changed a lot over the last year or so that we've known him, and that would be Jonathan Kramer. You're welcome. And also our most improved naturally award, another kid that has grown over the last couple years that we've had him, and he really inspired me this track season because he came out for the track team, even though he had never run it before, and that would be Elijah Alvarez.
Oh, my bad. Our next set of awards are our Moral Focus Awards.
So it's an honor for me to present this award to a student who has shown courage. And the time that I've been here at AJB, this student has moved from being the quietest student, never bothering anyone, to being outgoing, having friends, going to dances, and he's finally getting my sense of humor. Whenever I tell a joke, he laughs. And the moral focus for courage goes to Christian Sanchez.
Oh, there it is.
All right, our next award for compassion, the student is just always so sweet, always so giving. She has probably the sweetest heart. I've never seen her get angry. I was lucky to see a different side of her for a couple of days. And for the Compassion Award goes to Miss Kofi Edwards. You're welcome. Our Encouragement Award goes to a special young man who is very close and dear to my heart. I call him my son. He drives me crazy, but will do anything and everything for me. He also encourages every single student. If student is down, he will always kind of pick him up. So for my dear son, Deshaun Carter. For the moral focus of gratitude, this student is always so thankful. She always says thank you for simple things as when you pass out papers, and I love that about her for never having to ever remind her to say thank you. And that is something that we're trying to teach and instill into our kids. So for the moral focus of gratitude, Miss Nija. See, look at that. For the moral focus of perseverance, just always pushing through. This young lady had some challenging moments this year, but she never gave up. She had a rough year last year. She kind of switched up her focus, and she came back strong and was amazing. And that goes to Miss Waynisha for perseverance. For the moral focus of integrity, this young lady is probably the sweetest student around AJB. I don't think she could tell a lie if she had it in her, literally. And all of the teachers and even her classmates could say that. She's always honest. Even when she has to serve an after-school detention, she will come back and say, I have to serve an after-school detention when we forgot. And I look at her, I'm like, dang, I kind of forgot. I will hope you forgot too. And she will still serve it. And that goes to Miss Stephanie Ramirez. For the moral focus of respect, this young man I had the honor of having for 2 years and is the most respectful student I've ever seen. Never once have I ever had to redirect him, and just will do anything and everything you ask him to. He is a natural born leader. I'll truly miss him, and that goes to Mr. Dillon. For our self-control moral focus, for this young man, he is quiet, he's content. He does hang around young men who sometimes as middle schoolers, they get out of pocket. But he knows how to always remain focused on his studies, never gets in trouble. And so for self-control, Mr. Martin Sanchez. Yep. And our last one for wisdom, this young lady is smart, wise and smart above her years, will always just have so much to say. It's just an interesting. Can I? And this goes to Talia.
Good evening, graduates. How are you guys doing? Okay, so I am here to present the NWEA Award. So the NWEA award is a growth-based test that they measure growth towards proficiency. So if a scholar achieves 100% growth, that equates to 1 year. So if they're in 6th grade but achieved 100% growth and they're at a 6th grade level, then they'd be at a 7th grade level. So I will be presenting the awards for high growth. So for growth from fall to spring, this student had 425% growth in math. That person is Miss Ariana Easler, and she will be awarded a $50 gift card. Great job. Our next award is also for high growth in math. This person also had 425% from fall to spring, equating to roughly over 4 years. That is Daisha Lasley, and she will be awarded a Visa gift card as well. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Our next high growth award is awarded to a student that achieved 900% growth, 9 years in English, and that goes out to Miss Talia Parker, who is the recipient of a $50 gift card. Good job, Talia. And our last award is also in English. This student achieved a great score of 800% growth from fall to spring, equating to 8 years. That is Lizbeth Corona. Yes, you. Get up here. Good job, good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It wouldn't be a festivity if I didn't do a impromptu. As the principal, I'm afforded to do this. I have an award to give. I wasn't sure if I should call it the I Believe in You Award, the Straight Cash Homie Award. I just hope that you do everything that I know you're capable of award. But before I present further, I'm gonna do a little differently. This might shock a lot of people. It may not for a lot of people, but I want Miss Jennifer Gomez to come on stage. Come up here, girl. This young lady came to me, well, actually, it was more like a tornado or Tasmanian devil that came my way 4 years ago. And I watched her grow and mature in a lot of ways, and she's still refining, trying to figure it out, trying to stop being so hardcore. You saw her in the videos with the little pigtails here, you know, just doing her thing. But I want to tell you something about Miss Gomez. Whether you know it or not, there has been so much love poured into this child from Mrs. Jackson to myself, to Dean Perry, to teachers. I can't tell you how much love has been poured into this young lady to help her be at this point. There was a chance that she wouldn't even be here today, more or less even be alive. That's how deep this goes. But this is the epitome of what Andrew J. Brown's about. It's not looking at a piece of coal. It's about compressing that coal and creating diamonds like this. And when I see tonight looking all elegant and just beautiful, it shows me and tells me that the brain that she has is even more beautiful than her appearance. And if she puts her mind to it, she can do anything she wants to do. So here's what I'm going to tell you, Jennifer. I'm going to say this to you. I pray. I literally pray every night. I've prayed many nights for you. You don't know it, but you've been on my prayer requests. My wife knows. I'm going to cry.
Don't cry.
But I have. And I want you to remember this. Only you can determine your destiny. So I'm going to give you something that is like instant gratification, but I want you to use this and think about this $20 bill, and here's why. The $20 bill is an interesting thing. Normally, it has Andrew Jackson on it, but today, it's made with the face of Harriet Tubman. Change is possible. I hope that someday your face will be on a $100 bill because of the great things that you'll do. Change is possible. I want you to be that change. Here you go, sweetie.
Awesome. Let's give them another round of applause. What we're looking at in the center, they are change agents, right? Could we agree on that? They are change agents, destined to change the world. At this time, we're going to bring to the podium Ambria Robinson with a solo.
This is a solo. Don't be scared. You're okay.
Another day has gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? And you're not here with me. Can never say goodbye. Someone tell me why. Did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did love slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says that you are not alone, for I am here with you. Though you're far away, I am here to stay. But you are not alone, for I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. But you are not alone. Alone, alone. Just the other night, I thought I heard you cry, asking me to come and hold you in my arms. I can hear your prayers, your burdens I will bear. But first I need your hand, so forever can begin. Every day I sit and ask myself, how did love slip away? But something whispers in my ear and says that you are not alone, you. Though you're far away, I am here to stay. But you are not alone, for I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. You are not alone. You are not. I am here. I am here to stay. Though you're far. Though you're far away. I am here to stay. You are not in my heart. Not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. Alone. Not alone. You are not alone.
Awesome. Let's give her another hand of applause. 2018 graduates, you are not alone. Awesome job. At this time, we're going to bring to the podium Miss Jasmine Ames, and she will be introducing our speaker on tonight.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Thank you, Deshaun. Our commencement speaker is Miss Jana Matthews, a lifelong learner attorney. Jana Matthews uses every opportunity to expand her knowledge base. As a licensed and practicing attorney in the great state of Indiana, Miss Matthews understands that you can learn something every day from everybody. However, prior to using her life as her great classroom, Miss Matthews' formative education began in the elementary and middle schools of Gary Public Schools and finished with her graduation from Indianapolis-owned North Central High School back in the days. Ms. Matthews continued her education by earning a bachelor's degree in political science from Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio. Her last enrollment in school was completed in 2000 when she graduated from Indiana University School of Law, Indianapolis, located on IUPUI campus. Over the last 18 years, Ms. Matthews had the privilege of working for the Indiana Supreme Court as a staff attorney and program coordinator for the Indiana CLEO Fellowship Program that helps students from low-income, minority, and educationally disadvantaged backgrounds pursue law degrees. Additionally, she has worked with 2 nonprofit organizations that helped to provide mentoring and support for middle school and high school students achieve academic success. However, one of her greatest accomplishments has been the founder of J. Matthews Legal Group, where she practices law in the variety of areas. She also does some counseling and teaching with Indiana Wesleyan, and most recently began some stand-up comedy around the city of Indianapolis. Ms. Matthews is a proud member of Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church, where she has the pleasure of meeting and getting to know, where she gets to know me, sorry. We go to church together. So, with further ado, I would like to bring to the stage Ms. Matthews. Thank you.
very much. All right. Good evening. First, I would like to welcome everyone, parents, siblings, guardians, grandparents, friends, administrators, faculty, and staff of Andrew J. Brown to this graduation ceremony this evening. However, I specifically want to take a few extra minutes to welcome the distinguished honorees, the 2018 graduating class of Andrew J. Brown Academy. You did it. Give yourself a pat on the back, floss for the gram, add a filter from Snapchat, shake the haters off. Just enjoy this moment. I am proud of you. Next stop, class of 2022. Remember my name and invite me to your high school graduation. I would love to support you. Second, I know for a fact that today is a great day to end one chapter and start a new one because you all, the 8th grade graduating class of Andrew J. Brown Academy, share a special day with a wonderful person, Miss Jasmine Ames. How exciting is it that you are graduating on her birthday? Sounds to me as though you are destined for greatness. What a great gift to give her. I think it's official that May 31st is lit. Additionally, as we take time to celebrate this great accomplishment, please allow me just a few minutes of your time to share a few words of encouragement as you continue your education. Just this week, I was reminded how precious life, the gift of life is, and how everything can change in an instant. As a result of this, I cannot stress enough just how important it is that no matter what age you are, the circumstances and situations that you have overcome or are currently dealing with, that you intentionally try to live your best life, always focusing on things that you can control. Perhaps life has handed you your fair share of challenges at the ripe age of 12, 13, 14, or for some of us 25, 30, 35, or even 45. And the outlook that you have on what you can achieve and accomplish seems a bit dim. Please do not let that stop you from giving your all to do the things differently, to keep pushing towards success. Because believe me when I say it, whatever your it is very much possible. It just may require a little sweat, a whole lot of tears, trial and error, and hard work too, and that has never hurt anybody. So as I'm preparing for this conversation that I'm having with you today, I tried to think back to my 8th grade graduation in 1987 in Gary, Indiana, 31 years ago, and I got nothing for you. I couldn't remember. But it seems like so long ago, so I just thought, what would I have liked to hear in my preparation for enrollment that same year at North Central High School in Indianapolis, a good 200 plus miles away from where I knew not one person. I was scared, a little bit lonely, and excited all at the same time about high school, just to name a few of the emotions. But I survived, and I know you will too. In reflecting on that experience, this is what I want to share with you. Lessons I think that I'm finally getting and grasping as a 40-year-old fine black woman. I just had to add to that part. Anyway, I am enough, and so are you. Regardless of what anybody says to you, please know that you are enough. You were wonderfully and masterfully created, fashioned after an image of greatness. Despite the negativity that may come from the media, the internet, classmates, that boy or girl you have a crush on, family, friends, and even your own negative self-talk, do not let that stop you from believing in yourself to pursue and achieve greatness in any and everything you do in life. From day one, you have been equipped with your own unique personality, intelligence, charm, and beauty, and each and every day you are developing the skill set to grow and mature into the best person you can possibly be. Never stop learning inside and outside of the classroom. High school just may test your resolve and belief in yourself. Please do not let it break you. Everyone is trying to figure out life on the fly just like you, and if you remember and say to yourself on a daily basis, I am enough, you will have the confidence to keep pushing towards your dreams and goals and not let it distract you at all. Even today, I routinely include the statement, I am enough, in my daily affirmations. Because sometimes life will have you question whether you have what it takes to be successful, to maintain relationships, and to just have some money in your pocket. And that helps me to regroup and keep working towards being my best self and living my best life. Moreover, remember, there is always a way to get things done. The lawyer in me wants to remind you that it should always be a legal way to get things done, but nevertheless, you can get things done. It's important to state this because it may not be an easy way, nor may it be a direct path. It may involve some twists and turns, or some bumps and bruises, or even some stops and starts. But if you have it made up in your mind that the goal for which you are striving to achieve is something you want to accomplish, do not give up. And might I add, do not compare your journey to anybody else. More times than not, our journeys will not look the same, and that may discourage you in the process. The Kiwanis Club of Indianapolis, a local civic organization committed to improving the life of kids, has a scholarship called the Abe Lincoln Scholarship that they present to area high school seniors who have overcome tremendous odds to focus on completing high school and going to college despite those obstacles or challenges. Just this year, Charles Patterson, a senior at Warren Central High School, received an $8,000 scholarship as the third place recipient because he made the decision to focus on his academics and football and finish high school despite having 2 classmates killed and losing 4 people to cancer, including his father, his grandmother, a teammate, and an aunt. He decided there is a way to accomplish his goals of achieving a high school diploma and enrollment in college despite the challenges he faced. He applied for a scholarship that will help defray some of the cost of his college education. He is making a way. Many of you have experienced new beginnings in different places, suffer from loss or abandonment, and I'm sure academics may be the last thing you want to focus on at times. I stand here today to remind you that there is a way to go to high school and graduate, even in the midst of challenges. This is when you must use your resources. Do your research, ask questions, or seek out a person who can help guide you along the path to reach the goals and dreams that you have for yourself. Do not let any obstacle in your path stop you from gaining your high school diploma, vocational trade, and even a college degree. Know that as I am standing here today, all of which I've mentioned is possible for you. Go for it. And lastly, do not be afraid of falling or failure. My only request is that you get back up and try again. English and language arts may knock you down. Geometry or algebra too. For me, it was physical education in high school, go figure, and calculus in college, but it didn't stop me from graduating. Perhaps the fall or failure comes outside the classroom and involves the legal system or a broken relationship. Do not let that stop you. Stand back up, refocus, regroup, readjust your goals, your dreams and your plans to achieve them, and keep on pursuing your goals. In closing, I want to share a few words from the world-famous philosopher and a good friend of mine in my head, Dr. Seuss. You ever heard of him? And it's from the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar on high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and magical things you can do with that ball will make you winner of all. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you on TV, except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone. Whether you like it or not, alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember, life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And you will succeed. Yes, you will succeed indeed. 98 and 3/4 time, you'll guarantee. Kids, scholars, you'll move mountains. So be it your name is Andrea, or Elijah, or Michael, or Alan, or Sydney, or Brian, or Eric, Deshaun, Alan, Dontrell, Raylan, Lisbeth, Jonathan, Nasia, Ariana, Kofi, Dewan, Brittany, Eric, Deanna, Jennifer, Kevin, Michael, Willie, Haminia, excuse me for mispronouncing your names, Kiera, Diego, Paige, Daisha, Nija, Mac, Alan, John, Jason, Hugo, Talia, Antonio, Stephanie, Ambria, Ivan, Christian, Martin, Wanisha, Dylan, Aurelio, LaShawn, Terrian, Shalea, and Natalie. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews, for those encouraging words. At this time, we're going to call for our principal, Principal James Hill, for the presentation of diplomas.
No, I'm just going to stand over here.
All right, so we are now going, if we can attempt to hold some of those applause. I know it's going to be a little hard, I know. I'm going to start naming the class of 2018. Yeah, no. Yeah, I was like, you should be. Andrea Alvarez. Elijah Alvarez. No, don't come to me. Michael Barksdale. Sydney Bassett. Brian Cabrera. Eric Carpio, Deshaun Carter, Alan Castillo, Dontrell Clark, Raylyn Cook, Lizbeth Corona, Jonathan Kramer, Nyasia Cummings, Ariana Easler, Kofi Edwards, Dewan Felder, Brittany Felipe, Eric Garcia, Deanna Galasco, Jennifer Gomez, Kevon Hall, Mikkel Hall, Willie Hernandez, Jimena Hernandez, Kyer Hines, Diego Horazo, Paige Jackson, put that phone up, Deja Lasley, Nija Ligon, Mac Long, Alan Medina, John Mija, Jason Moore, Hugo Morales, Talia Parker, Antonio Ramirez, Stephanie Ramirez, Ambria Robinson, Ivan Romero, Christian Sanchez, Martine Sanchez, Waynisha Snowden, Dylan Swedish, Aurelio Tepepa, LaShawn Tucker, Terrion Tyler, Shalea Willis, and Natalie Zambrano. Will the graduates please stand?
I'm gonna put the mic up this time. Okay. It's that time. Ladies and gentlemen, with the power invested in me in terms of being the principal of Andrew J. Brown Academy this year of 2018, I present to you the graduates of Andrew J. Brown Academy, woo-woo, 2018. You may switch your tassels and throw your hats in the air and don't lose them.